running for bracket stage.
Yeah, it's all about the swag. PHatHome opening up in the Sanctuary with a big 20. And Prof in Link's house with a heart.
PHatHome probably going to go for the Houlihan strat. We've been seeing it a lot this tournament.
Yeah, it's always nice to have those guaranteed rupees at the beginning.
And those guaranteed bombs, too.
Absolutely. ProfGamer going with the more typical Uncle start.
Little bit surprised by that. I usually see Uncle routed in with Hyrule Castle, but without a weapon or bombs, that's not really possible.
Yeah, I'll have to come back later. See if he decides to Houlihan after this, or just head up to the northwest area.
Probably northwest. If you end up getting flippers, then you can't do that early Houlihan that PHatHome did.
Yeah, you gotta find another way to do it. And without gloves, I think it's a pretty tough... Ooh, the tree pole, big 20s, that's nice. He's gonna be rich.
And Profe getting his news on that tree pole. It won't be long till we see Zora money at this point.
Yeah, they'll probably get a few more rupees in Kakariko, and I'll be fine for that. Only 10 arrows on the Lumberjack, so Aghanim not alive quite yet.
Not unless we see a hammer troll.
Oh yeah, those are my favorite. I actually haven't seen this before. He's using the bombs the guard is throwing off the ledge to get kills on the guards at the front of the Hyrule Castle. That's nice.
Unfortunately, it set him up for a tier 3 tree pull instead of tier 1, and tier 3 this time is just single rupees.
So far, we haven't really gotten anything.
Not a key, not a weapon, not a... barely any hearts.
Yeah, no Y items. They got rupees, though.
They do have that.
Bottle vendor with just a compass. And he doesn't have any bombs, so he's going to have to go down here and buy some.
Which is really unfortunate because he passed up 2 bush crabs, and PHatHome just found out the bush crabs have bombs.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for Prof.
So he's checked a little bit of Kakariko. Maybe the rest of it's stocked?
Yeah, they still haven't done well or Thief's Hut, so there's hopefully some spiciness in there.
Small key to Meyer. Qualify that under nothing.
Yep.
Now I'm surprised PHatHome just passed up that big 20 on the ledge there.
Yeah, he's probably assuming he's still going to find some more rupees up here.
And so far in the well, we've got a piece of heart.
Another.
Another. Key to ice.
Finally, the hammer.
The hammer in the well, the lamp in Blind's hut.
At least they have a weapon now. Hopefully we get to watch them struggle with the mini Moldorms and the hammer hitbox.
Well, we've also got the small key to Hera and the big key to ice over in Blind's hut. As you said, at least they have the hammer. At least they have a weapon.
Yeah, so right now we're probably going to see maybe an Eastern play or a South Hyrule play.
If Fat Homie had a few more rupees, we could see that South Shore into Zora play.
Yeah, and the early lamp like that always makes me wonder if maybe there's something behind the dark room in Eastern in that vanilla big key location. Doesn't always pay off, but at least piques my interest.
Well, the library only had a heart container, so race game is the only thing left in Kakariko.
Blue Boomerang. Probably not going for that. But maybe... No, he's out.
Probably somewhere, if you went for it blind, wouldn't mind it, but you're not going to go out of your way for it.
Right. Yeah, going for it blind a little bit more common in Keysanity because the chances of it being something are higher. But neither runner deciding to do that.
Which it would be nice to check the stun prizes early. If stun prize is something like Big 20, oh, that would be great.
Yeah, or with their low heart count, it's nice to have hearts coming out of those also.
So we're getting our first look at the dam. Is that Power Glove?
Yep. So we're close to Dark World access.
Yeah, all we need now is Moon Pearl.
Ooh, half magic. That's nice to have.
Yeah, will not complain about that.
That just makes everything in the late game so much easier.
Are we about to see that hammer mini Moldorm?
Oh, yes. Yeah, that swing up hitbox is so tiny. See, he's even gonna go for some bomb strats.
Just gotta make sure he keeps one held back.
Yeah. Nicely done.
Oh.
A nice rod and a cape.
Go talk to the NPC. Go. Oh
Missed the
no.
NPC.
Oh no.
Wow. This is the first time I've seen that. I hope it's nothing for his sake.
Unfortunately, it's not the first time I've seen that. And last time it happened, it had the fire rod. Oh no.
Fat homie gets punted right into the chasm.
That's going to be a trip back to the... Oh, Sanctuary.
given up on Mini Molarm Cave, maybe.
He might be going Houlihan again.
Back of escape. You can only Houlihan once.
I'm pretty sure he can Houlihan more than once.
Really?
Yeah, I think I've seen it twice in a race.
Oh. I thought I've gone back in there and there was nothing. I never tried again. So just a piece, or just a heart container in Ice Rod Cave. And
There's the pearl.
And normally that's a good time to check that Dark Cross, but they don't have the key, so. So he's got Dark World access. He might just leave Mini Molarm behind. Or he's going to go for it. We'll see. Yeah, he's faking me out.
Well, this is still a Sphere Zero location, so there could be more good stuff there.
Yeah, I've seen some players get really early Dark World access, and then they like to kind of hold off on this and come back later when they have the mirror and just kind of route it in with their Dark World locations. But the seed's usually not that generous. So he's going to go to the bomb strats here. Hopefully he fares better with the hammer this time. There we go.
Yeah, those mini Moldorms do 1 heart of damage on contact to green.
Now we're going to find out how much trouble the PHatHome666's in once he talks to this NPC.
Uh-oh. Oh, that could come back to bite him.
Yeah, and I don't know how anyone could remember this location. Of all the things I would ever try to recall, if I'd kind of just missing that one item and I thought I'd checked everything, the NPC in Mini Molarm Cave would not even make the top 100.
And we saw a quick map check, and desert is a crystal.
So I guess at this point we're hoping that TR is a pendant for starters.
And that Trinex and the big chest in there don't have anything.
Yeah, and it's locking off Laser Bridge as well. So it's quite a few locations, but there's still hope that it's not required.
As I found out, there are some people that just don't know you can talk to that NPC to get an item.
So we'll see if Eastern's got any value. It's possible there's nothing in here since they've already got Dark World access.
Yeah, there was $20. Now, Fat Homie opting not to grind the 20 rupees underneath that rock, probably gambling that Zora doesn't have anything.
Yeah, you might just kind of be hoping he gets some more rupees here as well on the way.
And a heart container up on the island. Now, since he has the ice rod and the hammer, there is a lesser known strat to... Oh, he's scared. Oh, no.
Yep. So when you're fake flippering, anything will kill you. And 1 arrow from that guard on the bridge.
Yeah, if that guard spots you, it's hard to shake him.
PHatHome666 picks up the Desert Palace Big Key, which we know is required.
On Fat Home, he's going to try again with the sequence break. Now, you saw with the fake flipper, he can get underneath the bridge to check the hobo, and he can also get into a waterfall, or sorry, a whirlpool, go up to the Zora area and check the waterfall cave for 2 more items and see what's on the ledge. However, all of that is currently a sequence break.
Yeah, looks like he's given up on the hobo for now. Trading in his fake flippers for his Jesus walk, and he picks up silvers. Not immediately useful, but nice to have.
Makes the Ganon fight easier. And he's not even going to check the ledge.
And he's gonna go back to hobo with his walk on water.
Yeah, I think I just saw him drop a bomb into the water there.
It's possible. It's also possible he doesn't know the hobo fake flipper, so maybe he's coming to do this as kind of the last thing. We'll see. Yeah.
Still no immediate value on it.
Yeah, we're missing a lot here. So the Dark World overworld locations are likely going to have to hold something important. And I think Fat Homie's going to be making the first Hyrule Castle check here.
You can go ahead and clear out the dungeon and the back half. And with the cape, he could also check the first chest in Castle Tower.
Yeah, that might not be a bad idea to do while he's here.
And we found Ganon's Tower big key.
That was easy.
So now my question is, how did it end up in the chess game?
They stole it. It is the Village of Outcasts, right next to Thieves Town.
Ganon needs better security.
He can't afford it. He left all of his money all over Hyrule.
Fair point.
I mean, it's just in the trees. It's literally growing on them. So that TR small key that Fat Homie found is just more bad news for ProfGamer, making it all the more likely that the back of TR is required.
Yeah, Profegamer getting that desert small key, so he can clear desert as soon as he can get in.
Oh, we got a frozen guard pick up here.
Quit hitting your buddy. Quit hitting your buddy.
Oh, and there's the book. So we know that desert is fully clearable.
Unless there's something useful on the torch.
That's true. Looks like that's our first bottle inside the first 4 chests of Thieves Town here. Fat Homie's also walking all the way back up because he's got... Well, he could do a death warp from here, but he's still going to walk up. I'm not sure at this point what's faster. I know if you can have that green guard kill you in the basement, that's definitely the fastest way back up.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if he had any better way to kill that ball and chain guard, but I don't think Ice Rod works on it. I'm not sure.
Yeah, just hammering him is probably the best. Here's our first sword in Thieves Town.
Yeah, no hour-long trek for the sword this time. So yeah, Uncle's sword and shield was in Thieves Town. Wow, they really get around.
Yeah, they're just scamming everybody.
And someone forgot that they don't have a big key.
We're saving quits, and we'll see where he wants to go from here.
And a small key to Skullwoods in the back of Escape. Now, I'm kind of surprised PHatHome666 didn't take a Death Warp and go south to the digging game.
Yeah, and then he could have routed it down right to where he is right now, even picking up Stumpy on the way.
So here's our Hype Cave check, and there's a burrito.
We might find out what Turtle Rock is.
Okay, that's a Swamp Small Key. That might be Hype.
Yeah, it's nice to get that out of the way.
Also, Kane O'Brien.
It's about maybe a 4 out of 10 on the hype meter.
Swamp House requirement pending.
Looks like we're probably going to get a pyramid check here. And likely going up, he's probably going to go up and clear out Catfish as well. There's never really a great time to check Catfish.
Not without Mirror.
And we're getting a desert check. I don't believe he has the... Yeah, he doesn't have the big key or the small key that Prof is able to find.
Big key to Skullwoods on the pyramid, and there's a save and quit. Fat Homie has... I don't think he's been to Dark World yet, has he?
No. No, he hasn't. Mushroom.
Heard you like a fetch quest.
Yeah, that's a rough one when you don't have flute. Just a bottle on the torch.
So since PHatHome666 already has a bottle, that's not required for him. Fat Homie might be thinking it is, though.
Yeah, he'll likely pick up that other bottle on the way, just in his normal routing. And Prof going up to Death Mountain. He's not going to have too many locations to check since he doesn't have the mirror or the hook shot, but he'll be able to at least get 3 locations checked off.
Oh, and Spike Cave.
Yes.
Cape and Half Magic, they can do Spike Cave right now.
Yeah, that would be a good check. There's a pod small key. One of many we'll likely see.
Yeah, there are 6 of those. Without the bow, you need all 6 unless you can do the hammer yump.
Looks like we're both going up to Death Mountain here.
Heart container on top of Spectacle Rock and Big 20 inside Spectacle Rock.
Yeah, they're starting to run out of locations to check. I don't think we've seen a Skull Woods play yet. Like you mentioned, the digging game was avoided by Prof, and then Stumpy as well. And then there's those extra locations in Desert that Fat Homie was not able to check yet.
And then there's also a possible pod check.
Yeah, it could be the play to make. Doubt they're going to go in there with only one key, but could very well be that their next progression is in there.
Now, Profe has 2 keys.
Ooh, I missed one.
See, with 2 keys, he can check the one chest on the left side, go in the front door, chest on the ledge, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he can check 7 chests in there at least.
Yeah, if he skips Vanilla Big Key and goes right to the back. Assuming he does the hammer jump, of course.
We're about to get a pet check.
Wow. Here we go. It's a pod key.
Pod. Oh no.
That's interesting.
So, by logic, this is a PED required seed.
Yeah, I don't know if we know. Depending, I think pod will need to be a crystal for that, but no, it has to be crystal, doesn't it?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So PED's required, but they can probably get away without doing it.
Well, it depends on 2 things. It depends on can they do the hammer yump and will they find the bow?
Oh boy.
Yeah, even if you know hammer yump, its pod is still a 5-key dungeon if you clear it without the bow, or if you clear everything out without the bow.
So we're getting our first Skull Woods check here. And this would actually, Prof just got his book, so it'd be a great time for him to go to Desert.
Now, Fat Homie, I think that was the small key to Hera they found here in Skullwoods.
That could be. I missed it. It is on the tracker.
It was something Hera, and I see small key on the tracker.
He likes freezing things and throwing them around.
I believe that's tempered sword damage.
Another useless Misery Mire key. Prof is making the desert play that he's going to be able to mostly full clear it. He'll just miss out on that bottle.
Which he's already got a bottle, so I don't think he'll mind too much. Now, you know what? With half magic and his magic being so full, yeah, I'll agree with the ice rod plays.
Oh,
That was weird.
yeah, that's a common occurrence in this game where you do something and it just doesn't work. I saw ice go right through that mummy.
And I just saw that mummy get hit and not get hit. What even is a hitbox?
This is fun. I like this. I think this is the most liberal use of the ice rod I've ever seen.
Well, it's either Ice Rod or Hammer. And do you want to hammer Gibdos when they do 2 hearts of damage and you've only got 6?
Yeah, these guys have ruined a few of my runs. Just BMing me.
Fat Homie trying to take the Death Warp, but the Stalfos only do half a heart of damage, not a full heart.
He'll probably make his way down to Thieves Town now, and he'll get his sword, and that'll make things a little easier on him. It's our first right side desert check. So far useless. Doubly useless.
So the key didn't mean much. Let's see if that big key does anything for him.
Well, the cape wasn't for Aga. We'll see if no, not Bumper Cave. Just 3 bombs. Actually, we didn't have someone go into Castle Tower yet, did we?
No, we haven't.
Yeah, they're probably just waiting around for that one key so they can check both chests in one go. But I guess that could have the next level of progression.
Well, it could be Vanilla Key into Bow. I have seen Bow in the tower before.
That'd be impressive.
Fat Homie getting his money back and then getting the big key.
Prof's gonna go try to get our first crystal of the game.
On Fat Homie's side, the spear's kind of grazing his head there.
Yeah, getting a haircut. That's where that other. I think that was the other Dark Palace key in C-shaped house.
No, that was the desert big key. I mean, desert small key.
Must be in Thieves Town.
Yeah, Thieves has some decent stuff this time. Well, the front half anyway. We'll see about the other half.
So Prof's gonna be doing land molas with not much equipment for this fight. You can try to use Ice Rod, but it does lag the fight a little bit, and you gotta time your shots differently. Using the fighter sword is pretty awful, because it takes forever. I don't think that's what he's gonna do.
Yeah, Ice Rod will kill Landmo and will kill each Landmo in 2 shots if you can hit it.
It might be that he doesn't even know about it. It's pretty rare that it comes up.
Fat Homie just got his uncle package.
He was going to save and quit, but it looks like he's going to take a Death Warp and do what you suggested earlier and go down to the digging game and Stumpy.
They are starting to run thin on locations to check.
Yeah, it might come down to someone making that odd play with only the 2 keys they have.
And Lambo goes down.
For very little reward. Just a crystal.
Yes, for having everything to get into desert, it sure had a whole lot of nothing.
Debated.
Now Zora's in the logic, and neither player's checked Zora yet.
Yeah, that's a good point. Prof hasn't done any of that stuff yet, so he's more likely. Oh, there's
Oh.
the mirror. Nice. That's really nice to find here because he can check Cave 45 on his way down here to Stumpy.
Oh yeah, the ledge south of the grove.
Yep. Oh, and he can go up. Oh, he doesn't have Titan's Mitts. He thought about it. I was thinking kind of the same thing too. Mirror lets him do Smith very easily, but he doesn't have Titan's Mitts yet.
But he can check the basement of Hera.
Yeah, that might be what the logic expects from him. And with a hammer, they can get all the way over to East Death Mountain. So that mirror is actually huge. That could be the progression we've been looking for. Unfortunately, Prof did not route that in when he was over in West Dark World.
And here's another burrito. And we got Eastern. And that was a Skullwoods Crystal and Meyer pendant.
Yeah, I thought I saw a TR map pick up, but maybe that was on Prof's side, so we didn't see what TR was.
Yeah, that was on Prof's side.
He's gonna get his Skullwoods disappointment here.
PHatHome about to check the Bombos tablet. He can't actually pick it up without the Master Sword or better, but he can at least see what's on it.
Just some money.
See his money. Looks at 500 rupees. I'm good, thank you.
I'll pass on that.
Yeah, and Couch Cash, I think, is just a big 20.
Oh yeah, and he's got Hype Cave to do also, so this is nice routing from PHatHome.
We'll see if he checks the bomb vendor, find out what the 5-6 crystals are.
Yeah, now would be a great time to do that. Ah, that's where the TR map was, so maybe he'll check it on the way out and we'll see how doomed Prof is.
Alright, Prof has the big key. And bomb jumps for a piece of heart. And Turtle Rock's a pendant.
Oh, the dream's alive!
Only so long as they can do a 5-key pod.
So there has to be nothing on Laser Bridge. So for anyone that's joined us late, ProfGamer didn't talk to the NPC in Mini Moldorm Cave, and the NPC held the big key to Turtle Rock. So he's probably forgotten all about that, even having an item. So we're kind of hoping that Turtle Rock isn't required, and we're halfway there. We just now have to hope that Laser Bridge has nothing, the big chest has to have nothing.
The catch is that the pedestal is a small key to pod.
Yeah. So it's required by logic, but if he can do the bomb jump, the hammer jump, it'll be fine. It's also possible that he just doesn't need to check those some of those locations in pod, Harmless Hellway and Vanilla Big Key.
And while we were talking about ProfeGamer, PHatHome just found out that he doesn't have flippers.
Yeah, he was swimming earlier, so he probably thought he had him.
And we're still not getting a bomb vendor check.
Look at this beautiful ice rod use. This is amazing.
Half magic, why not?
This is incredible.
Okay.
I love this.
Now, the other funny thing about all this ice rod use is he hasn't beaten a dungeon yet, so he hasn't gotten a magic refill other than out in the world.
He's living on the edge too with half a heart, green mail, and dark world here. But he's got the ice rod, so he has no fear.
That timing, he was about to get sniped there. And he remembers his fairy locations.
Oh, wow. I actually forgot all about this. I'm learning so much from PHatHome right now. This has been educational.
You have to wonder if he's played this for years back when it came out, because usually people that have played for a long time casually will know a lot of those little tricks.
So Prof finally gets to his mirror, so he's going to be able to progress here. We still haven't seen... PHatHome has not gone to Death Mountain yet. Put that mirror to use.
And that was a rage bomb.
Well, that's right. PHatHome didn't do Eastern, did he?
Nope, and there's the small key to pod.
So this is going to work out perfectly for him. He held off on doing this, and now he's got the mirror, so he can do both these dungeons in one shot, as much as he can, at least.
We're still likely going to see a double dip.
Yep.
Oh, now he's got mirror. He can check Catfish and Zora together, turn in the mushroom.
Yeah, it's a pretty long walk. He might do it though. I'm still thinking the play right now. If not Pod, then probably Death Mountain. So maybe Prof will go do that Death Mountain. Yep, that's what he's gonna do right now. So I like both of these plays.
Death Mountain probably has more in it though, and if Death Mountain has the bow, that'll save you a key.
Yeah, it could have pod keys too, which is probably what he's thinking. Might think about going here, but maybe he can get, like you said, a bow or maybe some keys.
And PHatHome with the 3 hundo.
Yeah, it's all he's got to pay for is Zora now, and he'll still have plenty of money left over for future bottle purchases. And he's going straight to the back.
And ProFegamer going to see what's on the Ether tablet.
Or couch cash.
And PHatHome's getting trolled by these mini Helmosaurs.
Ooh, a small key and Hera.
To pod?
Ooh,
Oh, Castle Tower.
Also good. It's a decent check after he's done with Death Mountain. There's Ether in the pod dark basement and Hookshot.
That's big.
He's just gonna leave.
And ProFegamer getting a small key to pod. PHatHome had nothing left he could check in pod unless he did the hammer yump.
And he's gonna take the other. He's gonna take the scenic route over with the hook shot here. So they'll probably meet up. Probably do some high five action on the as they cross paths, going different directions. Prof taking a coffee break.
Master Sword, big key to thieves.
Nice.
And the basement isn't worth it. Das Boots!
And another pod key. So PHatHome might be a little upset about finding that pod key, but he's got plenty to do now. So
Oh, we got a big key up on the floating island.
yeah, those Titans mitts are really locking off quite a bit right now. It's kind of a race for those Titans mitts to see. Oh man, Dead Rock got him good. I don't know if he was able to check that floating island location on PHatHome's side. He may have had just enough to see it.
I think he did.
Okay.
And a small key to GT over in Spiral Cave.
Yeah, what locations are we missing? I guess back of Thieves Town might be the next logical play, unless there's something in pod. But
depending on how you spend your keys depends on what you're going to get. So I don't see any other progression being in pod right now.
yeah, and that hook shot, while it's great to have, doesn't actually unlock anything at this time. See if Prof's taking that Thieves Town big key back to Thieves Town to finish that off.
Oh, they also have bonk rocks.
Yep. And they can get to King's Tomb if they go through the Dark World.
I don't think they've checked Graveyard Ledge yet, have they?
When there's the Titans mitts on Bonk Rock. No, they have not checked Graveyard Ledge. So now he wants to probably go back up to Death Mountain. But he's already left. That's unfortunate. They have to get the boots on Death Mountain to come back down to get the Titan mitts, and yeah, there's 6 locations up there he's gonna leave behind. But with the Titans, again, it's kind of if he was on his way to Thieves Town, he can just route this in and pick up some of these locations that he hasn't gotten, like Blacksmith. And Hammer Picks. He doesn't have the Thieves Town small key. Wait, does he? He does have the big key though, right? It's not on this tracker. I hope he does.
We're about to find out.
Yeah. The second time he just walks up to the door and knocks and nobody lets him in.
Now, I'm pretty sure Flute is somewhere in the world.
Maybe, maybe not.
If Pedestal is logically required for the Thieves' Town, I mean, for the Pod
Yes.
small key, it can't be in Ganon's Tower.
Yeah, I keep forgetting about that. They should get everything here. So if you want to know when a pedestal seed isn't necessarily a pedestal seed, this is it. It'll be interesting to see if that Turtle Rock big key isn't required. It may bait Fat Homie up there, and if he finds nothing, that curse that we thought Prof Gamer had on him from not checking that NPC is going to turn out to be a blessing. And that's Bombos. We're one step closer to maybe doing Ice Palace. We're still looking for those flippers, but they could sequence break it.
The thing is, if you sequence break it, what are you hoping to find in there is the question.
Yeah, it could still be something like Fire Rod, Flute. I mean, it could be goods in there, but you're right. If you're not following the logic, there's a chance that you're just wasting your time. Sword upgrade would always be nice.
Yeah, Master Sword is less painful. Doesn't mean it's necessarily good.
Yeah, I think if I knew that sequence breaking into Ice Palace was only going to get me a sword upgrade from Master to Tempered, I still might do it. As long as I was, of course, finishing the dungeon and getting a crystal as well. But yeah, I don't know if I'd go in there without the big key, but they do have that, so it might not be a bad play.
Oh, and we saw from map check that Tower of Hera is one of the 5-6 crystals.
We don't know what the other one is? Is that correct?
Not yet. And it's Bombos to get into Turtle Rock.
Ooh, that's a bad sign, since it gave it to him.
It gave it to PHatHome666, not to Fat Homie yet.
Although I keep forgetting, it has to give it to him, right? Because like you keep reminding me that pod big key or pod small key is required, so it's gonna have to give him. Oh, the bow is in Super Bunny Cave.
And that's going to let Fat Homie do the 5-key pod without having to do the hammer yump.
Yeah, it does take a long time. You gotta keep going back to the beginning and going through that bow locked area, but you might think it's worth it. Prof gotta be careful here. He does have half magic and Cane of Burna though, so he should be fine.
And there's a shovel.
Oh man, another small key to TR. I think that's 3 total that we've seen.
Yeah, because Fat Homie got one over here in Hookshot Cave.
So Prof has got a 2-0. Ooh, it was the big key to Misery Mire. So that's not strictly required. Again, required by the logic, but may not be necessary. But yeah, Prof Gamer's got a 2-0 crystal lead at this point. Looking good for him, except for that TR big key.
No, he's got a 1-0 crystal lead, but he's got the green pendant.
Oh, was that a pendant? Yes, it was.
Yep, Sarsaparilla told us it was green. And it's hammer time.
Yeah, so we're looking for something locked behind mitts to continue this progression chain.
Well, PHatHome666's about to deliver a lunchbox.
PHatHome might be going back into pod. No. Yes, that's what he's doing. So I think he picked up two additional keys, and he got the bow. So I'll be able to clear out a significant portion of this. Unfortunately, it's looking like he's going to have to triple dip this dungeon, but...
I thought that was a PHatHome666 that already went in there once.
It was PHatHome because he's got the hook shot.
Right, right.
Wonder where those flippers are. I think that's the next big item.
Now, the catch for PHatHome here is since he's already went through the front door, he needs all 6 keys to pod to full clear unless he does the hammer jump.
Yeah, if he doesn't know that, he is 100% committed to doing the pedestal unless he leaves behind a chest.
Now, if he hits go mode, then he could skip one chest.
Yep.
But we are still a while away from that.
He's gonna find his disappointment in Eastern Palace here. He will not be able to finish it without that big key.
Yeah, we're about an hour in, and that big key is still missing. Actually, we've got a few big keys still missing.
Maybe Prof's gonna go back into Mini Moldorm Cave. Damn, I was hoping. Is he gonna make the Ice Palace sequence break? That'd be a play that I can put my stamp of approval on. Again, he hasn't done any of the Zoro domain stuff either, so it might just be one of those.
Well, he does have half magic, bombos, and the hammer. It could be a thing.
Yeah, he's gonna start by going up here to Zora, which we haven't seen Zora or the ledge yet.
And PHatHome now has his Desert Palace big key.
Yeah, he may very well elect to go to Desert and finish up that dungeon. Prof grabbing his silver arrows. How about vanilla flippers on Zora?
Oh, he just canceled his water walk.
Yeah, he loses a little bit of time because he's got to kind of walk around up here, but also he can't get one shot and die.
Well, the thing is, while you're water walking, you do not die in one shot.
Oh, right.
A single hit just resets your water walking state.
I've actually never been hit, so good thing I know that now.
Now, of course, if you get hit while you're in the middle of nowhere, then you just take a step, jump in the water, take a step, jump in the water. Oh!
The cane?
That is a red cane. The only problem with the cane is it doesn't unlock anything right now.
Yeah. And with Meyer and TR's penance, it may not even be required. Well, We have to keep saying this. Technically, it's required because of the pod small key, but other than that, it might not be required.
Well, once Fat Homie finds that, he'll have everything to jump into Turtle Rock. Because he's got the mitts, he's got the hammer, he needs the cane. Yeah, he could get in there. And he needs bombos. He still needs the bombos.
I hope Prof's not going into pod. It'd be really nice if he could get that bow and Dark Death Mountain before making the play into pod. Oh, he might be doing the catfish to mirror play.
We got a flute.
Nice.
Fat Homie with the bow-locked flute.
Actually, I don't think Prof wants to go to catfish at this point. Oh, he's turning in the mushroom. I see. I was gonna say he's walking all the way up there just for catfish, but he had the mushroom to turn in.
Nice shot.
Just a big 20. And he wanted to buy potions, but he doesn't have any money. I don't know how that's possible.
Very carefully. And in the dark rooms of pod, we've only got a piece of heart and a red meringue.
So those Titans mitts led to the bow, which led to the flute. So I guess it's time to check those flute lock locations now for something good.
I'm smelling mire.
Yeah, we haven't gotten a Meyer medallion check, so very possible that they have access.
And between both runners, we've got 2 of the 3 medallions.
I think Prof's finally going to his Dark Death Mountain check.
Oh, we might see a Turtle Rock dip.
That's possible. Hopefully for his sake, the value is up front.
Yeah, he still has not gone to grab that big key.
I can't imagine a world where he does. It's just in such a strange location to forget.
Yeah, we had a match yesterday where one of the runners forgot to check Bonk Rocks for about half an hour, and it had the hammer. Difference is, you can see Bonk Rocks still being there. You can't see that you've talked to that NPC.
Yeah. Unless the only way is if he thought he forgot Mini Molarm Cave, but it'd be even worse though if he thought that, walked in there, saw the chests all opened, and then walked out. Getting a flute turn in.
All rise for the Swag Duck National Anthem.
So just to remind all the newcomers, what happened is ProfGamer didn't talk to the NPC in Mini Moldorm Cave, and the NPC is handing out free big keys to Turtle Rock today. So Prof's got his bow. Now would be a fantastic time for him to go into pod.
Now we got Fat Homie going to do his back of thieves check. I don't think there was anything important back here.
I think Bombos was back here, and that's it.
Never mind.
Not guaranteed important yet. Although this might be their entry to Ice Palace as well, so.
Yeah, I was just thinking that because we still haven't found that fire rod.
Yeah, if that TR big key doesn't come into play, this is a pretty close race.
Now let's see if Profegamer saves that key. Now there is one other trick that was brought up earlier that could save them. Is after checking a key locked location, just going ahead and doing a reset on the console or emulator.
Yeah.
Problem with that is it's kind of out of the way.
Yeah, it takes forever. Because would they have to save and quit and then just walk to that one location and then reset?
Yeah, pretty much.
Fat Homie doing his blind.
Not going with the blue cane strat, which is it's probably faster.
Yeah, if it weren't for the lag, I think it might be faster or is as fast.
And there's his third Turtle Rock small key. And ProfeGamer's flute.
It'll be interesting to see who goes to Misery Mire first.
Oh, and there's Sick Kid.
Not sure why he has the map to Ganon's Tower, but he's going to get a bomb for it.
Well, if he wasn't sick before.
Yeah.
And I think we're about to get that Mire check.
Yeah, even though Fat Homie hasn't picked up the cane, which is slightly unfortunate, But he's still going to be able to get all the chests but one in here if he can get in. I think that was Ether, wasn't it?
That was Ether.
Oh, and there's the pod big key.
And there's blue mail,
Always nice to have.
especially if you're about to dip into mire.
Yeah, with a master sword. Yeah, a little tough.
Well, they have silvers.
Oh, that's true. They did pick up that bow. Unfortunately, again, he's didn't. Where was that can again? That was something that Prof did.
Trying to remember. All right, Zora wasn't a ripoff this time.
Oh, yes. That's right. PHatHomie's gonna clean up desert that he was the locations he wasn't able to get the last time he was here. Probably going to kill the boss as well. Gotta pay close attention to ProfGamer's key usage. He still has 2 left. Ooh, and there's the EP big
Oh.
key. So PHatHomie can't skip that one. He's gonna have to come back for that. And he's not hammer jumping. And I don't remember, did he use the front door? I don't think he did.
No, I don't think he's. I think he almost used the front door and then said, "Oh, nope."
He doesn't know about the location of that last pod key either. I think it wasn't it PHatHomie that made that pedestal check.
That's right.
I think only one of them did, and I thought it was PHatHomie. It could have been ProfGamer.
No, because this is Prof Gamer's first trip.
Yep, he's just gonna leave. So he saved that key that he can use to finish the dungeon later on.
Now he has not checked the vanilla big key chest, so he's going to have to choose between the boss or that chest.
That's probably nothing.
I think PHatHomie already checked it and it was nothing.
All right, so now's the time for PHatHomie to go into mire if that's what he wants to do. He does not want to do that. Oh, I see. I thought he had his mirror still held on to over there.
I think he did and just forgot it. Big chest in Eastern, just a 5-bomb bag.
Is he going to do anything with the bird? Or is it all business?
Toss the bird.
Right into the pool. we'll see if Pendant Mire has anything good for us. And Prof's going to be doing Silver Arrow Armos, which should be fairly easy.
What do you say, 15 seconds?
Maybe less. Just a piece of heart. So Eastern was a bust. But it's a crystal, so we got that out of the way. He'll retake the crystal lead.
So I'm saying 15 seconds was very close. How close was it? I was not keeping count.
I think because he missed a few, it would end up being like 10 seconds.
So I'm interested to see if this Meyer play pays out.
Paying out, yep, 300 rupees.
I was not talking about rupees.
I'm thinking flippers.
Well, technically, those have to be somewhere because we need them for Swamp.
I'm thinking flippers gotta be in here.
They could always be in Turtle Rock.
I'm still pulling for PHatHome666 though to make a comeback after this NPC problem. I don't want there to be anything in Turtle Rock.
Now, Fat Homie's having to light these torches the slow way because there is still no fire rod.
I think PHatHome666's doing Graveyard Ledge and probably Bonk Rocks. Not Bonk Rocks, King's Tomb. I don't think we've seen those yet.
We've seen King's Tomb. It was a compass.
Meyer just not giving us anything so far.
When I said payout, I wasn't talking rupees.
Yeah, I think you cursed it. Rupees everywhere.
I'll take Fat Homie's rupees over PHatHome666's rupees.
Sure.
Compass to Hera, compass to Desert.
Big chest, come on. Well, if there's any value in here, it's on Vitreous. So what's the next play from here?
That's right, Fat Homie hasn't gotten that cane from Zora yet. Now here comes PHatHome666's dive.
Yeah, and he's got everything he needs to fully clear it.
Now, Fat Homie was thinking about fake flippering, it looked like, but decided against it. Big key to pod, small key to GT.
He might, because of the low health, he might just want to fill up, and he might be going down there now.
Still no Zorachek. Yeah, still no Zorachek, and he's got well over enough for it.
Yeah, I mean, this is probably Ice Palace. He's not going to find flippers in here, but Fire Rod could be in here, and there is a crystal to be found.
Fire Rod, maybe some keys. That's about the only thing. We still don't have that Hera big key. Actually, I think that's the only things we're missing are Fire Rod and the Hera big key.
Yeah, I'm scanning the tracker, and I think it's Flippers, Fire Rod, and Hera Big Key.
And you can't find flippers in ice.
Yeah, anything he does find in here that leads somewhere else, he won't find flippers behind those things either. So.
Small key to skull, not going to do anything right now. Or probably ever. Now, if he full clears ice, this will give him information, because if he finds stuff that leads him to other places, we know those places can't have flippers. And it looks like it's Ice Palace bomb jump time. And one shot.
Yeah, it's nice that he's got this Ice Palace Big Key too. He's just gonna be able to do this all in one go, not have to worry about anything else.
Now, PHatHome666 going to have to be careful here. One Heart Mire is not fun.
Yeah, I think he picked up a bottle. Yeah. I was gonna say blue goo in a bottle. Ooh, Tempered Sword and Ice Palace. I think that makes this sequence break worth it right there.
Definitely, that is a big power jump. And there's the bomb jump across, making use of those extra keys. Or that one extra key.
There's I think that's the 5th pod small key found in ice.
I believe you're right.
And the last one's on the almighty Master Sword pedestal. And I think someone said that Fat Homie he used that front door and he used the hammer jump door.
Yes, he did.
And we found value in Harmless Hellway. Was that correct? Maybe not.
Yeah, we oh shoot, I'm trying to remember what it was, but we did find value.
Oh, EP Big Key. I think he's got to do the pedestal.
Yes, he does. So, ooh.
This is just going to be all the more painful for PHatHome666 if it comes down to the TR Big Key kind of ruining this for him. That's the last Turtle Rock small key. So they've got everything they need to finish Meyer and finish Turtle Rock to then go get that 6th pod key if it were necessary.
And for Fat Homie, it is necessary.
Yeah, I didn't actually see him open those doors, but I believe everyone that has given us that information. Yeah, other than that tempered sword, we've just gotten a small key to TR and a small key to pod in here. He's on his way to Cold Stew.
Which PHatHome666 will need that small key to pod to go kill Helmasaur.
Yeah, I think he had one key left over, but he did leave that vanilla big key chest behind. So he's probably going to want to check that. So yeah, that key's going to be nice for his peace of mind.
And Cold Stare just gets bodied.
Yeah, melted there. For some green goo. Liquefied Cold Stare. Delicious.
Nom nom.
I'm hoping Fat Homie takes us to Turtle Rock to show us how screwed PHatHome666 is.
He has to go and get his cane first.
Yeah. Yeah, he does. So he's not going to go there for a while, is he? Yeah, Fat Homie's starting to run out of locations, isn't he? I don't think we've seen... No, there's not much he can do. He can't do Swamp. He can't do the rest of Skull Woods. He can't do anything else in EP unless he goes and gets the small key, or uses that small key that he got in Dark Palace to get the EP big key. Yeah, this is winding down. Hopefully he didn't forget about Zora.
I think they both turned in their mushrooms, so they can't fake powder.
Yeah, the reason I thought Fat Homie might have forgotten Zora is because he did Fake Flipper, he did Hobo and Waterfall Fairy. He did not check Zora's Ledge or Zora himself, so in the back of his head, he might have thought, okay, I did the Zora domain stuff already. Don't need to go back there. So PHatHome666 on the way to Vitreous, which Fat Homie wasn't able to do because of that lack of cane. So we'll see if Vitreous has any value.
And Fat Homie with that Thieves Town small key is headed to the big chest.
Yeah, this chest likes to troll runners in any mode. See a Cold Stare Vitreous, one of my favorite fights to execute. What did I say? Silver Arrow Vitreous.
Yeah, fighting Cold Stare and Vitreous at the same time, that would be...
I just crossed the wires of my brain.
And we just got a Piece of Heart in the Thieves and Fire Rod on Vitreous.
Very nice. So we're flippers away and a hair of big key. And if either of those are on Laser Bridge, rest in peace, PHatHome666. But it's looking more and more like that TR plays, at least deep into TR, is not required. In fact, maybe that Fire Rod leads to something on the right side early, so they don't even have to continue on. Coming back for that bottle. So that's bottle number 3 for Prof.
He was right there. I guess it works.
He's gonna fill it right up. So PHatHome seems a little lost, maybe? I'm not sure what his plans are here.
He might be running out of locations and thinks he's did Zora already.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Meanwhile, PHatHome666 going to be able to finish off Skull Woods.
So Zora was Red Cane. PHatHome has not gone to Zora yet. And PHatHome666 has forgotten to check the NPC in the mini Moldorm cave. It has a Turtle Rock big key. However, Turtle Rock is a pendant.
We've woven a tapestry of an interesting storyline here. Both runners are in a little bit of trouble. PHatHome666 may be more than PHatHome, but we'll see.
Yes, PHatHome has locked himself into a 6-key pod, with one of the pod's small keys being on the pedestal. PHatHome666 has not gone through the front door, so he will only need 5 if he keeps going both side.
Because he's got Master Sword, it looks like PHatHome666's conserving magic here so that he can use the Fire Rod on Mothula.
Can't blame him, but at least it's not a fighter sword moth. And PHatHome is going to get his cane.
Here we go. So he's likely going to go right into Turtle Rock. I'd be surprised if he went all the way to Misery Mire just for Vitreous. But if he does make that play, he's going to be leaving a lot behind in Turtle Rock without that Fire Rod.
Yeah, it's out of the way for either location. He can at least full clear Mire. I'd see him going Mire first.
Yeah, if he knows he's got to do Pedestal, that would probably be the correct play. And PHatHome666 in a little bit of trouble here. Oh, he's got a blue potion.
Yeah, he's been paying the bottle vendor's rent.
Yeah, favorite customer. Just some money there. The rupees still flowing.
Oh no, Fat Homie's going to end up doing Turtle Rock first.
Yeah, so he's going to be leaving. He does have 4 small keys, so he's going to be able to pretty much go everywhere. But he's going to be locking himself out of those 2 chests on the right side because he does not have Fire Rod, and he will not be able to defeat Trinex. But this is going to give us the information we need to know how much trouble ProfGamer's in.
If we see a Tower of Hera big key in the back half of Turtle Rock, it doesn't look good for ProfeGamer.
Yeah, I'm starting to get worried that flippers are going to be back here too. But either one is certain death. Here's ProfeGamer making his pedestal check. And he's starting to run out of locations himself. And I'm starting to get worried about the back of TR.
Now, ProfeGamer, I don't think he's found that 5th small key yet.
No, yeah, no, he is not. Ooh, Butter Sword. So a nice little convenience. But yeah, he has not made the Ice Palace play. He has not made that sequence break that Fat Homie did. And that is where the final pod key was. And the final TR key.
Red mail.
So a sword upgrade and a mail upgrade in TR.
It's nice convenience items.
So yeah, ProfGamer is doing the bow side again, so I think he's going to be fine. I'm guessing he did not take that front door.
So the question is he going to gamble that he does not need the vanilla big key chest and go straight to Trinex? I mean, not Trinex, Helmasaur.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's hard to say. I think either way he's going to be making 2 trips. I missed what was in Vanilla Big Key and Turtle Rock.
Big 20.
More and more likely that there's something on Laser Bridge.
And Profe did not go straight back to Helmasaur, so he is going to check the vanilla big key chest. I thought that was the chest. I must be missing something.
Here's our Mimic Cave check. Come on, flippers. More rupees. Perfect. Just what they're looking for.
All right, Profe is checking the big key chest over here.
This will be new for us.
And flippers? Wow, junk on both ends.
All right, so ProfGamer secretly hoping Fat Homie does not find anything back here.
So we are currently in big key lock on Fat Homie's side.
Oh no! Oh, it's Swamp Palace. Whew. Okay, so that's only delaying the inevitable. If Swamp Palace Big Chest has anything.
But we found Fire Rod, and it can't be Flippers. But that Tower of Hera big key could still be in the Swamp Palace big chest. So between both runners, we are still looking for Flippers and Tower of Hera big key.
Here comes our laser bridge chick. There's one.
That's one blank.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh! The prof gamer. No.
That is disaster. Now, Fat Homie will have to double dip this dungeon because he does not have the Fire Rod, which is on Vitreous.
Yeah, he's got a lot of work to do because he's gonna have to do the pedestal.
Oh, and PHatHome666 is making that gamble on the big key chest. He is going straight to Helmasaur now.
He already checked that. He did that before he did this. Oh, vanilla big key. I'm sorry. I was thinking big chest.
That gets confusing sometimes. Now, luckily, we know that chest is dead, and there's no chance for a soft lock anyway.
Right.
So our only question now is, where is that Tower of Hera big key?
And probably swamp. I guess the other locations are right here on Helmasaur King, Trinix. Yeah, I think the most likely locations right now for that Hera key or swamp are Trinix, yeah. I'm struggling to think of any other locations that haven't been checked.
Now, for those of you just joining in and heard the oh no's earlier, so Flippers are locked behind the Turtle Rock big key. More specifically, they're on Laser Bridge. Turtle Rock big key is on the NPC in Mini Moldorm Cave. PHatHome666 has already checked Mini Moldorm Cave, however, did not talk to that NPC. So, odds of him going back to that are pretty slim right now.
Yeah, maybe they're not on good terms anymore. There's a beef between them, and they just don't talk. Looks like he's gonna make the Ice Palace sequence break. He's gonna find himself a Tempered Sword, a Turtle Rock small key that's gonna be useless for him, and another Pod small key. So we'll see what Fat Homie finds here in Swamp.
Yeah, considering how this seed's going, I would not be surprised to see a 2.5 hour seed right now.
Oh man, I'm gonna be surprised. I think we're gonna be close to 3. Because PHatHomie's got to he's got to go back into Mire, get that Fire Eye. He's gonna have to go to Turtle Rock. I guess, yeah, you're right. 2.5 is probably about right for him.
Yeah, he's dipped quite a few dungeons.
Yeah, he's got to go back and do. Yeah, the pedestal's the worst. And he still has to go do Swamp. Yeah, I'm sorry, Skullwoods, and he's got to go back in and finish Pod. Oh, and he doesn't know it yet, but he's got to get that. Hopefully, when he does go to Pod, he does grab that Eastern Palace Big Key.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he goes Ped. Honestly, that might be the last thing he does, but I can see him doing it.
Left side of Swamp is nothing.
At this point, I'm wondering if the Tower of Hera Big Key is on Trinex.
Be a nice spot for it. Yeah, and if he does, yeah, as long as he gets Mire out of the way here after he does this, I think it'll all kind of fall into place for him.
So both runners have locked themselves into an oh no situation. The question is, which one of them is going to correct it first?
Yeah, the good news for PHatHomie is I think he knows. He at least knows what he has to do. Whereas the Prof Gamers, I don't know how he's going to remember that NPC. In fact, he's probably going to end up going into Turtle Rock with these 4 small keys, just assuming the big key is in there.
Would not be surprised.
Oh, another place I didn't mention, Tower of Hera Big Key could be right side Turtle Rock, which is Fire Rod locked.
Yeah, there is that too. So on Argus, there's an interesting little trick you can do. Is if you hold out your butter sword and you just hold it charged while you use the hook shot, and you just immediately hook shot once the puffball is dead, you don't even have to let go of the sword.
Ooh, 1 silver arrow to the eye finishes him instantly. Just a map. So Swamp had nothing.
It had the map to it. All right, that's kind of funny. Argus had the map so you could figure out which crystal it was.
Quick, check.
Actually, we still don't know what the other red crystal is, and it wasn't Swamp.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, he did have a red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ice?
Well, now I want to check PHatHome666's menu. Okay, so it's not Skull Woods. We can roll that out.
Yeah, it's ice.
It's not. Yeah, it's ice.
And I think we're getting a castle tower check for the first time. Forgot about this. Yeah, if ProfGamer hadn't forgotten the TR big key, I am pretty sure he'd be in the lead right now. Just because he's kind of routed things a little bit cleaner.
And he wouldn't have to, well, yeah, he would have to still go into Turtle Rock pretty far.
Yeah, one less dip into Pod for him, one less dip into Mire for him. Probably would have been one less dip into Turtle Rock as well. He probably could have just full cleared it with that fire rod that he has. And all 4 keys he's going to have once he's done with ice.
And Castle Tower had a whole lot of nothing. ProFaGamer not messing around with that fire rod.
Nice. You got the fire rod user on the left and the ice rod user on the right. So he's going back in, PHatHome is, for his fire rod on Vitreous. And then I'm guessing he's going to go finish off Turtle Rock and go do a pedestal pull for that Pod small key. And then hopefully grab his Eastern big key. And I'm guessing Hera big key is just kind of going to be on the way in that quest.
Or powder into that key.
Yeah, something else that leads to it, I guess.
And ProFaGamer looks like he's going to make that Turtle Rock play.
Yeah.
And ProFaGamer has actually cleared everything he can, like, he has cleared every dungeon that he can without getting that Turtle Rock big key.
This should be a quick viddy fight. Oh. Gonna take a tumble into the abyss. Now it'll be a quick viddy fight.
Is that a bow or a machine gun?
A semi-auto. And there's his fire rod. Probably on his way back to Turtle Rock. That way he can route in the completion of Skull Woods and grabbing the pedestal all in one go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if some people are talking about the outcome, like the likely outcome of this is if Prof is likely going to end up forfeiting unless he can miraculously remember he did not talk to the mini Moldorm NPC.
And PHatHome is not going to Turtle Rock right now.
Okay. He's going to do Skull Woods first.
He might be gambling that he doesn't need the he doesn't need that chest.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. He doesn't know that that's something important.
Then again, knowing that it's there might help him out. So now, what is in the right side of Turtle Rock?
The powder.
So the question is going to be, what does that powder lead to, if anything?
I think that Hera Big Key is a likely candidate.
And a Ganon's Tower small key to boot. That, not so great. Now, all these dungeons that ProFaGamer's already cleared, that PHatHome666 is now in the process of clearing, should be a lot quicker because ProFaGamer cleared them on Master Sword, and PHatHome666 is about to go through with some butter.
Yeah, it should be a very quick Mothula fight, as long as he somewhat cooperates.
Modula? Cooperate? Nah.
I think sword beams are kind of ruining it, but that was pretty quick either way. So we'll see what he's gonna do now. Still has to make that TR play. He seems confused.
PHatHome666, the first one in the think tank. That's kind of surprising, actually.
I wonder if he's gonna go use that key on the Harmless Hellway chest.
He won't. That's something that you just don't do.
I mean, or maybe he's gonna do Helmasaur King and hope something drops from him. Because I guess he still doesn't know if he needs that key yet.
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing.
He had to turn this in. So ProFaGamer's checked everything he can here in Turtle Rock. Doesn't know it yet, but he's about to find out.
Oh, PHatHome666 actually is going to check that Harmless Hellway.
Oh wait, did he get the Pod Big Key? Yeah, he's got to check that chest as well.
Yeah. PHatHome666, glad I checked it, now I gotta do pet.
Yeah. He's, yeah, it's unfortunate.
Profe getting his escape check in. We are at the 2-hour mark.
So he's going to be able to finish up Eastern Palace here, find nothing. And then his next play is going to be to Turtle Rock for that pod small key.
He could do Swamp.
Oh, he hasn't done Swamp yet? He did Swamp.
Right, he did do Swamp. Never mind.
We need a tracker to check off Swamp Palace for Fat Homie.
Why did I think ProfeGamer already did it?
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen this game. So he's going to find nothing here in Castle Tower. I'm not sure what he has left.
He can't do the front of Swamp. Powder. Magic Bat.
Yeah. Oh, he left an item in Vanilla Big Key chest in pod as well.
Right.
Yeah, so Fat Homie's path to victory right now is complete Turtle Rock, get the pod small key off of pedestal, and I'm guessing Trinex holds the Tower of Hera big key.
Yeah, it'd have to be either Trinex or Magic Bat at this point.
Hopefully he realizes what he needs to do to win this. It's not a good sign that he went back into pod to check his keys.
Go to Turtle Rock.
Oh, maybe he had forgotten that Turtle Rock was a pendant. And he just double checked it, and now he knows to do it. So ProfeGamer is going to clean up this chest in here, and after this, I think it's Magic Bat, and that's everything for him. Unless he can remember that NPC.
Yeah, the only locations that I think haven't been checked are, as we said, Trinex and Magic Bat. And Fat Homie still has to do right side of Turtle Rock to get his powder.
How about a Riot Shield at Magic Bat? I want full gear.
If you want full gear, there's still Quake.
You can get that too, yeah. I don't know where he's going right now. Did he check the dig spot? I think we saw the dig spot. Just don't think he checked it.
It was just an arrow upgrade.
And here's the magic bat. Nope. He's faking me out.
Is he about to double check pedestal?
Maybe. No. What did he miss over here? Does he have the Thieves Town small key now? Maybe he skipped this chest earlier?
I see a small key. He's got the Thieves Town small key. But that big chest was just a compass.
Yeah. Fat homie already came back here to check that location. After this, I'll probably mirror out and walk over to Magic Bat and check that. And then confusion will set in.
That sounds like a fair prediction. Now, Fat Homie is still not quite in, like, we are still not in no mode yet because we still don't know exactly where that Tower of Hera big key is. We have a pretty good idea.
Maybe it's in Ganon's Tower in the Seed is Impossible. I think that's ProfGamer's only hope.
Winners first figure out the seeds of soft lock, hard lock.
Yeah. All right, so here's the magic back check and the Trinex check simultaneously.
And Magic Bat has a piece of heart.
Trinex, it's up to you, buddy. Very clean fight there. Had some rod issues early on, but straightened those out.
And here's Tower of Hera big key.
Yep. So I think that puts Fat Homie in go mode once he grabs that pod small key off pedestal.
So where's Fat Homie going now? All right, he just got the Hera key.
Yeah, he could do this now, or he could do this later on, right before GT. It doesn't, no time save either way, I don't believe.
Yeah, either way, he's got to make the same climb.
ProfGamer's in Mire. You can see on his compass it's 8 out of 8.
Oh, that the confusion has set in.
Yeah. You must think that he didn't do... I don't know.
And Fat Homie knows where his key is. He is go moding this. He did not even check the big key or the big chest. And Trolldorf's like, I don't want to die.
He was kicking him all over the place.
Like, no, get back up on that ledge.
So Fat Homie on his way to pull the pedestal.
PHatHome666 trying to figure out where to go next.
Yeah, unfortunately, the kind of locations that you think of are like Library and Spike Cave and Catfish, Ice Rod Cave, Sick Kid maybe, yeah.
And ladies and gentlemen, at 2 hours, 12 minutes, and 5 seconds, Fat Homie is in go mode.
So he'll just fly off to Pod, kill Homicide King, and GT is all that's left. Lumberjack, maybe he's gonna check here?
And the thing is, PHatHome666, he could have, like, he could skip doing Trinex, which he still probably will. But man, missing that big key for the required flippers.
Yeah, he was definitely in the lead once Fat Homie locked himself into doing pedestal. If only he had grabbed that TR big key.
Well, actually, now that I think about it, the fact that it was pedestal seed wouldn't have cost Fat Homie a whole lot of time, because Fire Rod on Pendant Vitreous, Tower of Hera big key on Pendant Trinex. So they had to, and they had already cleared Thieves Town.
That was pedestal seed, whether you were going to pull it or not. Pod small keys to consolation prize. Yeah, I don't think Blind had anything. Neither did Sahasrara.
No, they didn't.
But at that point, I think it. But I mean, when you're in the back of Thieves Town, I mean, you're gonna do it anyway. There's pretty much no avoiding an all dungeons seed. PHatHome666's going back into Pod. I don't think he's got any keys. No.
So Fat Homie's making his way to the back, going to make quick work of Helmasaur.
he gets that helmet off, just 2 slashes with the butter sword. Using bomb strats, interesting.
If you can make it work, it's technically faster.
How many bombs does it take?
5 bombs.
Wow. Interesting.
Well, that was a thing.
He's giving us all the swag. Ice Rod strats on pretty much for the first hour of the game. He did something else new that I hadn't seen before too, and I already forgot it.
Alright, so here's the thing for Fat Homie, though. We are currently at the 2-hour, 16-minute mark. It was a logically required PED, however, not technically required, but Fat Homie had to do it. He's got... You know, by the time you're going up Gan's Tower, you're always thinking, oh, you're behind.
Yeah, he's got to be thinking he's losing.
And Sarsaparilla telling PHatHome666 to go bug someone else.
Yep. Get out of my house. Yeah, there's no way he remembers that Mini Moldarm NPC. I mean, if it were anything else, if it were Ice Rod Cave or Spike Cave, Agina even, I mean, just those off locations like, oh man, did I forget to check that thing? Then maybe there was a chance, but...
Well, here's the thing. PHatHome666 has been talking to some NPCs, so it might click before long.
Yeah, he's just gonna go talk to every NPC in the game. He's looking for information. Oh, he's
flipped the 8!
No way. Okay, he's checking
Wrong
Ice Rod Cave.
way! And Fat Homie is making his ascent on the gauntlet of... well, not the gauntlet yet, but he's making his ascent on Ganon's Tower. Oh, he was so close.
Yeah, he flew down there. Man, it's the worst place. This is this quadruple dip into Thieves Town.
This is where that compass would be nice.
Yep. Fat Homie using medallion strats to clear out these rooms. Decided not to do it this time.
Well, Ether would only freeze him, and he'd still have to kill him. The little mini Stalfos things that just one-shots. Dash powder, really? I wasn't seeing things. That landmo just went everywhere. I saw
Yeah.
that, right?
I think I saw a disembodied landmo. It was very confusing to look at.
Oh, that spike block just kind of ate a shot.
So where's ProfGamer off to now? Regina, maybe? I don't know.
Nope, it's not Desert Ledge.
Back into desert.
And it's Trolldorm 2 time.
2 dashes with the butter and he's dead. Skips the validation chest. There's nothing of value in there for him at this time.
Wait, is Profe fake flippering?
He is.
Why is he fake flippering though?
I don't know. Probably thought he forgot Hobo.
But Hobo can't have flippers.
If he had Hera Big Key, flippers could be in Hera.
But
Wait,
you need
no.
flippers.
No. I'm insane. You're right. Yeah, this is... Yeah. He's just talking to NPCs. He's gonna talk to every NPC in the game. Wait. Oh, he actually didn't do Hobo. That's why.
But fake flipper.
Right. But in his mind, you gotta check everything. Even if you know it can't have what you need. And we got the Ganon fight. Butter and silver should be quick work.
I haven't eaten yet. Now I want burritos. Dang it, Ganon.
Fed him, we tanking some fire bats. I think he's got a blue potion if it gets any hairier.
Ganon being kind of kind with the teleports.
He did just talk to the Hype Cave guy. Come on. The next step, if you go back into Hype Cave and check the Hype Cave guy, the next step is the mini... I think he's going for it. No, come on.
No, wrong way.
Damn it. He's kind of circling into it.
Oh,
think
Fat
he's-
Homie got a triple.
Yeah, that's nice. And that's dead Ganon. It's GG to Fat Homie. Once he crosses the bridge, we'll have a time for you.
And GG's the Fat Homie, finishing with an SRL time of 2 hours, 24 minutes, and 52 seconds.
Double checking the Fat Fairy requirements. Still doesn't have the ability to buy that bomb, thanks to Hera. Looks like he's going to double check Pyramid. Nope. Yep.
I think ProFagamers talk to every NPC except the one he needs.
Yeah, I can't believe you went and talked to the Hype Cave NPC. That's incredible.
And we are joined by Fat Homie. GG's.
GG.
GG's.
It was quite a seed.
Very much so. If you played it right and were attempting to soft lock pod, might have been able to beat this a bit faster. Maybe.
Yeah, if you had just saved a key either by using the bow to go to the right side and kind of leaving that front door locked, or by doing the hammer jump, you wouldn't have needed that key in the pedestal, but like we kind of pointed out, you had to do all the pedestal dungeons anyway.
Pretty much.
I mean, Tower of Hera, big key on Trine X, and what was it on Meyer? Fire Rod.
I think Thieves Town was the only one that you didn't really need to beat.
Right.
And both of you have already done that by that. I think before you checked Ped.
No, Fat.
No,
Fat,
I checked it
he
before.
checked it yeah. Yeah, so what's happening here with Prof is he didn't talk to the mini Moldorm NPC when he went in there.
Oh.
Yeah. And that was the Turtle Rock big key.
Oh. Oh no.
Yeah, so the whole time we were thinking, okay, maybe it's not required, and then we found, okay, it's a blue pendant, maybe not required. Then the pedestal was checked, and it was, okay, it's a small key to pod, maybe not required. And then you finally went in there and found flippers on Laser Bridge, and it just killed it all.
Yeah, once I was like, no, I want to find like fire. I had to find the flippers anyway, but I was just hoping for the fire rod just so I could beat it out, and then just freaking flippers right there.
Yeah, we were wondering, did you forget about Zora, or was it just something you were putting off into the last possible minute?
I kind of put it off. I kind of just, I didn't have the money early on with the deaths in my routing there. It's like, I'm just gonna save it for later. And then I was like, I'm running out of places to check for, some sort of progression. And it's like, wait, there's Catfish, and then there's, oh yeah, there's Zora. Good old Kane, dude.
Yeah, I'd say if you had Kane, it would have everything would have routed a little bit smoother.
Yeah.
Done Meyer, gotten the fire on, and gone up in one shot to Turtle Rock.
Because I was following the trail, and I thought, I can't beat Meyer. I got the only item I got out of there was the Thieves Town small key. So I was like, is this where it wants me to go?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, no.
Yeah, looking back, there weren't any items in any really super trolly locations.
Yeah.
In fact, that sequence break to Ice Palace was actually a great play with one of the TR small keys being in there. You could full clear TR without worrying about that vanilla big key chest.
Yeah. So that's a thing I've been doing just out of sheer habit, is just getting that chest, even though it might bite me one way or another. Yeah, I was like, might as well fake flipper into ice. I can beat it. I can full clear it. So it's not gonna hurt me too much, and hopefully I find something nice. And thankfully I found a sword. Made cold stare a lot easier.
Yeah, the upgrade from Master to Tempered made it worth it.
So when you found that small key to pod on the pedestal, did you think you were going to have to? Did you think it was going to be a ped seed?
I mean, I checked it. I was like, I've never seen that description. I really hope it's a pod key. As I had it in the back of my head, but I didn't really piece it until like I went through all of pod, and I just had that key remaining. I was like, wait a second, it's still on pedestal. Well, time to clear all the pendants.
Yeah, if that harmless hallway hadn't been required, you could have gotten away without it. But it had the Eastern Palace big key in it, so you didn't really have a choice at that point.
Yeah, that one is unfortunate.
Now, PHatHome666 actually he went to pod after he got the bow, so he was able to full clear it in 5 keys by skipping the front door.
Yeah, that's it's always a good way to do that. I think I put off pod for a little bit. It's like one of the last dungeons I checked in my like overworld check.
Yeah, I'm trying to think back to what the correct, I guess the more correct play was at that time. Because Prof was able to find something that was able to lead him away from pod and didn't have to do it, but I don't remember what it was. Oh, I remember. He went up to Death Mountain with the mirror.
Okay.
And you went to pod, got the hook shot, and then you went up to Death Mountain. That's what it was.
Yep.
Unfortunately, that hook shot didn't unlock anything at that point.
It did not. This is just quite the seed.
Yeah, Fantalis, our restreamer. Can we just agree he needs to burn these seeds?
This is his fault?
Dang, dude.
I'm assuming he's the one that generated it.
Hold on, let me check.
I gotta make a
I'm
list.
pretty sure.
Gotta make a list of people I don't want generating my seeds. I'm already on that list. I don't want to generate my own seeds.
We could always just blame Willard one way or another.
Oh, and there's the forfeit. Let's see if we can get him in here and talk about that, because he's going to be kicking himself.
I like the flashing quakes on the tracker there.
It's the trackers communicating. Actually, we only have one tracker, or do we have two trackers? No, we have
No,
one.
we have one tracker.
I thought maybe
Just
it was two
passing the time.
trackers communicating with Morse code since they're muted.
Just communicating with himself.
Just talking to himself.
The bunner wants out of the box.
Alright, I'll pull him in.
Oh man, you really don't want to know what you
No, I
missed.
already know. I had one of my friends who was watching me tell me, and
okay.
I was like, I cannot believe I've seen that done in a match before. I've seen someone forfeit over that before. I cannot believe. The salt right now is just like mines and mines of salt.
Yeah, it was actually pretty exciting because throughout the game we were just kind of, is it even going to be required? And we saw TR was a pendant, so the dream was still alive. And then we saw the pedestal. PHatHome made an early pedestal check, and it was only a pod small key, so that wasn't necessarily required. And then finally he went into TR and found flippers on Laser Bridge, and that kind of sealed it.
Yeah, flippers on Laser Bridge and Tower of Hera big key on Trinex himself.
And so I'm assuming big key for T-Rock was in the mini molder games.
Yeah, on the NPC.
Oh man. And I was like really excited with how well I was playing, whether or not it was good or bad. Like for me, it was good, better than it's ever been. Like I was looking at my best time, and I was cruising along, and as soon as I forgot something, I'm sure you saw it. I was retracing all my steps, and well, that's just how it goes.
Yeah, I'd have to say your routing was actually really good. You didn't have to double dip that many dungeons. You were able to do Mire in one go, Ice in one go. I think you only had to go into pod twice. Yeah, I think you would have been able to do. Yeah, you would have been able to do TR in one shot as well. So everything routing wise was perfect.
Well, I'll never forget to talk to him ever again.
At least for the next 100 runs.
So what you're saying is I didn't have to quad dip pod, right?
Not required. No, yeah, the bow was Dark Death Mountain.
I think so.
Which actually, it's funny. Boots were on Light World Death Mountain. You had to come down to Bonk Rocks to get mitts.
Yeah.
Back up to Dark Death Mountain.
That's immediately what I did. Seed is silly.
Well, GG, PHatHome. As salty as I am, you absolutely deserve that win.
GG's, dude. Thanks for rescheduling it because of certain things yesterday. Appreciate it.
And thanks to you guys on comms. I'm sure everyone watching was slapping their head and going, go back to Mini Moldorm, because that is exactly what I would be doing were I watching someone like me.
Yeah, I was just thinking, like, there's a lot of places you can forget and then eventually remember that you didn't do them. But that's just one location. It just doesn't pop back into your head because everyone does Mini Moldorm Cave.
Yeah, chests you can at least see. Oh, they're open. NPCs are a little bit worse to check.
Yeah, when you talk to the Hype Cave NPC, I thought there was hope.
And I was just thinking that. I was like, I went back to talk to the NPC at Hype Cave. I don't know. And I almost went back to Mini Moldorm Cave. But when I saw the done, I just thought, I'm stuck. I'm not going to win anyway. And so far from finishing that, it's not worth it.
Yeah, I don't blame you there. I think it would just frustrate you too much. Just sucks to miss something like that.
All right, so we'll start wrapping up here. Do you guys have any final words, racers?
The bridge guard, the archer, can not exist.
Ah, yes. He sniped you while you were fake flippering.
Yo,
He's an excellent shot.
too good.
When he notices you. You just got unlucky today.
Yeah.
My final word to everyone is talk to strangers, because sometimes they'll have a big key for you.
Take the candy. It was a good race. I'm sorry it had to come down to that for you.
That's right. You know what? Everything you do, you learn something new. You learn not to do something next time. And I learned something new. I learned not to do something next time.
That's the game for you. Just you keep learning.
Yep, and with that, thanks to everyone. Thanks for our racers for showing off your skills for everyone today. Thanks to Bunner for tracking for us today. Nice work, and thanks to Dark Shadows 59 for commentating with me.
Thanks, and thank you for commentating. It's been a pleasure.
And Fantalis, nice job on the restream. So that'll finish up week number 3. Week 4 starts tomorrow. So you guys can look forward to that. Sure, there's going to be races as soon as early in the morning all the way through the night. So that's it for us. Good night, everyone.
Good night. See you back for the next round starting tomorrow.